one of your sounds, like.
I should have that sound. All right, we're back on the Hero Front podcast.
Hey, wait, is that your voice, or are you doing?
I'm talking like that. That's my. You didn't know? You didn't know that was me?
No. I thought. Oh, that's amazing. Gosh, we should all be able to do this in our lives. Like, this should be a part of when we get born, and then at some point you get given one of these things to just play with and do stuff. I want to hit a button though. Can I do it?
Yeah.
All right. Which one?
Just try them all.
Oh, do I hold it? That's an applause. Y'all clapping for me? I'm clapping for you.
Only we can hear that though. So like.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. So we start
Oh,
dancing.
no, you guys don't know what I'm talking about.
Right.
Oh, I'm so sad.
So no one there
knows what's going on.
They can't hear it. All
Oh,
they can hear is the audience out there.
Oh my goodness.
They can barely hear us.
Oh.
This is just to let them know this episode is coming.
Okay, well,
and who you are. You know what I mean?
Hi again, Mishon Montgomery, Master and Type, man, future soon to be retiree from United States Air Force.
Do you mind if I train that just on you?
That's fine. I mean,
and I say that because that mic has to be pointed directly at you.
Has to be
pointed. And to be honest, you're going to be doing more of the talking, right? Because I'm asking questions.
Yes, let's do it. Let's do it. It's all me. Oh gosh, I hope I look good to you all. Yes. Hello. Okay, it's coming. It's coming my way. Oh man, in my face. Hello. All right, let's do it, Josh.
How you look?
I think I look good. My mama, I look fly. I look good. Yeah. You made me sing that song. I see what you did there. We're here. I want to try that voice. And welcome to the Hero Front.
You're all
welcome to the Hero Front. Oh man, come on, we're here. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. This is so great. This is so awesome. Again, thank you all so much for having me on. It's amazing. Having a great time.
So we never did the Q&A. We had a really hype intro.
Okay.
We never did the Q&A.
Let's do it. Okay.
So I'm gonna start. I'm gonna throw you a random question.
Okay.
You gonna throw me one.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
First random question. What is your proudest Air Force moment?
Okay. That's hard. You know what? I got when I was in Italy as a Airman Leadership School instructor. I got step promoted from staff sergeant to tech sergeant. And,
really?
Yeah, and so step promoted, for those who don't know, is stripes to exceptional performers, and it's when you are wearing a rank one day, and then the very next day
you got step promoted.
I did.
Wow. So you were killing the game.
I was. You know what? I was doing what I love to do.
Yeah.
And I didn't know. The reason that is my proudest moment is not because of the step promotion. That was cool, but it was because somebody saw something in me.
Yeah.
And they took the time out. And so when you don't think that people see you, people see you. You know what I mean?
Oh.
So come on now, dropping nuggets. It's supposed to be Q&A, but I got to drop them.
No,
mic drop right there.
This is your show. I want the episode to be called Mic Drop.
Mic drop.
Yeah.
Let's drop nuggets then, man.
Yeah.
Let's do it. So that's the thing. I think that's why it's definitely my proudest moment, is because my commandant, was like, hey, she's killing it. And he saw that and took the time out. That's awesome.
And that's such an amazing surprise. Like, it's a beautiful moment to see the member get notified, right?
Yeah.
How was that? How did you feel in that moment?
Let me tell you what's so great. Here we go. I'm going to tell you exactly how I felt. My mom was in town. So I'm in Italy. I had flown my mom to Italy. I didn't know this was happening. She was just visiting me. And so we're sitting there at the dinner, and the general gets up and he's like, every now and again I get to do something really cool. And he's talking about, and I'm like, oh, somebody's about to get step promoted, like right here at ALS graduation. This is so awesome. And so he starts reading a little bit of stuff. And I'm like, okay, gosh, that's amazing individual.
You're like, whoever this is,
gosh,
can I be friends with them?
Yes.
Let me meet this person.
Like this person is, selfless and just saying such great stuff. And I'm thinking, wow, this is really going to be good. And then they're like, and their group commander can't be here tonight. And then in the back of the room, my group commander goes, I'm here. And she walks up now, and I'm like, oh, that's my group commander. But okay, cool. Okay, so okay. All right, MSG, got it. And then their squadron commander is here. And so it's my squadron commander. And I'm like, this is good.
Yeah.
And then they said, and her mother is here. And I said,
no.
Yeah. And so I said, my mom gets up and starts moving. And I grabbed her arm and I'm like, where are you going? And she's like, I don't know. They're telling me to come up there. And I'm like, is this me? Are we talking about me right now? And then they're like, Sergeant Montgomery, and I said, what? And I just kind of sat in my seat because I thought, you can't be talking about me. And there's this picture of me where I'm like this, and I'm just sitting there like, what is going on?
So this literally blew your mind. Probably the most memorable moments of your life.
Blew my mind.
And your mom was there.
Yes, and I was speechless. And I am not a speechless. I always have words, and I had nothing to say. It was amazing. It was an amazing moment.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, man.
That is so beautiful.
Always do you.
And so deserving. Like, when you see someone, sometimes like leaning into your passion doesn't always mean big success.
There it is.
It doesn't always mean that.
It doesn't.
Sometimes you have to pick. What do I want? Do I want success or do I want to fulfill my purpose? You stayed on that path.
Yes.
And the success came.
It's always about fulfilling your purpose.
But the success came.
And the success will always come.
Right?
It's always about fulfilling your purpose, and the success will always come. I'm telling you.
And it happened for you. I'm so proud of you.
I'm telling you, living witness. Okay, I got you. Next question.
All
you ready?
You're going to ask me one. You're asking the host one.
You ready? Okay. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. I want to say pineapples and grapes, but yeah. That was a good one.
Don't make me choose.
Oh gosh, it's the hardest question, but it leads to great things. So let's see. Favorite location or favorite assignment?
My favorite assignment. Wow. Ugh. Can I pick more than one, or do I have to?
I want you to. I'm sorry. I want one.
It can't be one though.
It must be. It must be. Okay. You can do this. I believe in you.
Okay. If I have to pick one, it'd have to be Whiteman Air Force Base.
Okay, and then I want to know why.
Okay. I was actually there 2 times.
Okay. All right.
I was there 2 times.
Yeah.
I was there as a maintainer.
Okay.
And I was there as public health.
Wow. That's completely different.
Yes.
Yeah, experiences.
It was. I was there as an airman. I was trying to be a pro gamer in Halo 3. I became very isolated. I came from an overseas community.
Okay.
When I got there, I didn't know anyone. It was very country. I grew up in D.C.
Okay. Oh, look at that.
So, like, I had more culture shock in Missouri than I did overseas.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. I get that.
And it's a very small town. Everyone knows each other. It was very isolating for me. I didn't know everyone.
Right.
And I knew I wanted to retrain. I started drinking way too much. Yeah, started getting real isolated, real unhealthy, almost died of a heart virus.
Oh my gosh, brother. I'm so glad you're here.
Yes.
I'm so glad you're here.
I was in the hospital in Kansas City. My dad flew out.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I almost lost my life.
Wow.
Due to poor health. And,
hey, man, thank you for your vulnerability to share that with people. Like, that's deep, man. Thank you for that.
I want people to know that I worked my ass off and literally almost died to get to this point.
Yeah.
Not that anyone has to do that. I just don't want them to assume that I've been killing it since day one because I have not.
Yeah, there's some stuff there. Yeah.
And then, and so I had a terrible experience there. And I went to Luke Air Force. I got married. I met my wife there and she helped change my life.
Beautiful.
My wife, Angela White.
Yeah, I want you to come over here and say her name. Just give her some love.
Angie.
Tell her.
Angela White, my beautiful wife.
Yeah.
She changed my life. She quite literally saved my life.
Come on now, Angie.
Because she knew I had more in me. She knew that I could do better.
Yeah.
She believed in me.
That's it.
And that was just what I needed. I retrained.
Right.
Got into public health. Went to Arizona. We spent 4 years being a married couple, hiking all over the mountains.
Love it.
I had the opportunity to go back to Whiteman.
Okay.
And I wanted to redo that first experience.
I love that.
I had to go back.
Oh, that takes strength.
I had to go back.
That
I went
takes
back.
Strength.
I started a family. I became a group exec. I started getting out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
I started mentoring.
Yeah.
I started reading.
Yeah.
I stopped drinking.
Yeah.
I became the base honor guard program manager.
Come on. Here.
We benchmarked our program at the DoD level.
Yeah, you did.
We pitched it to the Pentagon. They loved it.
Y'all hearing this guy?
1208Y.
Do y'all know what 1208Y is? Come on. That's Outstanding Airman of the Year for those who don't know acronyms. Go ahead.
What I'm saying is, I came back to a base that almost quite literally killed me. And changed my entire life, and it's never been the same.
Rewrote the story.
I
love that.
I love it too.
I love that. Well done. Super well done. Kudos to you.
Thank you. I wanted to share that with you because
Yeah.
you're the type that I know would appreciate that
Let
story.
me tell you something. First off, thank you for your service. And I know we don't say it to each other enough because we're in the uniform.
Yeah.
Thank you for your service and thank you for being here. I'm grateful that you're here, brother.
Thank you.
I'm grateful that you're here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That means a lot to me. I don't
Come
know,
on,
but
man.
just the way you're saying it's just hitting me. I don't know.
Well, I mean,
it hits different.
We're gonna cry together before y'all leave, so no worries.
It hits different
It hits
from her.
different.
I don't know why.
Come on now.
But it hits different.
I mean it.
Because you mean it.
I mean it. I
You hear
really
that?
do mean it. I mean it. And that's the part about being authentic, right?
Yeah.
Being authentically you.
Which I like that what you're doing there.
It's called a segue.
That's a segue because our first topic, the importance, the value of being authentic.
Yeah.
You got to tell me your thoughts on being authentic. What has it done for you? And was there ever a point where you weren't authentic? How'd that feel? I want to hear both sides of it.
Yeah, like let's give it the real, right? So, authenticity, showing up as you are. As you are. And was there a point where I wasn't? Absolutely. 100%. Because in reality, kind of what we were talking about earlier, I couldn't. You have don't ask, don't tell. You have all these other things. And I literally was living almost two lives, I'll say. And so I was not showing up authentically. I was showing up as the person that I thought I needed to be in order to get the things that I wanted to get, right? So that's promotion. That's what I considered success to be in the military. And I was doing all of these things, but like were they Mishon? Were they really true to me? And I don't think so in the beginning. I think I was just trying to mimic what I saw. But it's when I realized
So you joining.
Yeah.
From the get-go, you knew you couldn't be authentic. Yeah. That's what you're telling me.
That's deep. Oh, man, when you say it like that, that's deep.
You
That's
accepted that.
I did.
You compromised.
Oof. Come on now. I was 18, 19 years old.
What made it worth you compromising that? I want to hear that.
So that's real. So why do you join? Why do you join the military? And I was in college. I was playing basketball. I had a scholarship, but I was also working two jobs. And one day, I feel like I kind of floated. One day, I floated. My car morphed itself to the recruiter's office because I knew I wanted something else out of life, and there was more for me. I didn't know what the more was. I never knew what the more was. There was just more. And my brother had joined the Air Force a year prior, and I said, you know what?
You saw that purpose.
There was something there.
Yeah,
there was something there.
Purpose.
And I was like, I'm going for it.
Yeah.
And of course I said what all of us say, 4 years, get out the door, right? I'm gonna go in there, do 4 years, and then I'll get some college and do this and do that, and then I'll bail. It seemed right.
Yeah.
And then 4 years came, and I was like, But the authenticity of it, and that part about being in it and knowing, I felt like, here's the real truth. Here's the real truth, Josh. Here's the real truth. It was worth it to walk into something because I really did believe, and I say this from my heart, they'll get this. This won't be like this forever. Yeah. This will change because I believed in myself. I believed in myself enough.
You believed you could be a part of that change.
I knew I could be a part of that change.
We need to think like that.
I knew I would be a part of that change because I knew that all the people that loved me for just being me.
You've seen it.
I saw it in high school. I saw it in my church. I saw it in all these places that let me be me. And I knew coming into this, look at this. This is a family.
We're a family.
They gotta love
this is
me
a family
too.
reunion.
Chief, you love me. I love you, Chief. Like we gotta love each other. And like,
this guy's awesome.
How could we not love each other when we all wear the same clothes? Yeah. And how could we not love each other when we all show up to fight and save each other's lives, regardless of those things? Right. So like, I knew we'd get there. Yeah. I knew we'd get there. And so I took the step.
I love that you believe that.
Oh man.
I love that you believe that.
Yeah. I knew, and look at where we are now. You
did it.
Yeah,
you were a part of it.
Oh, yes.
You're living proof.
Yeah.
You joined when you couldn't do it. Now look at you.
And here, look at me. I'm on a podcast.
You're on a podcast. We're talking about it openly.
Absolutely.
You're a part of history.
Okay.
You really are.
Come on.
People are going to be asking you one day what that was like when you're 80 years old.
Oh, man. Yeah.
And they're going to be bewildered by this.
Yeah. Yes.
They're going to think this is the strangest thing.
Absolutely.
So they're going to say, so you're telling me.
Yes.
We got rid of some of the best people we had.
Yeah.
Because of their private life.
Right.
When we're trying to win a war.
Right. And
we're just giving people out. Just letting them leave.
But we and we recognized it,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
then we righted it. And like now, and I will tell anybody who's out there, if you know somebody, tell them to go back and fight those. If they were dishonorably discharged or whatever that is, go back and fight that, man, because we're starting to do the work, change those, and get your benefits.
And it happens at the Board of Records.
Board of Records.
Andrews Air Force Base.
You can change that rating.
Shout out to my dad, Bill White. That was his
Hey, Bill.
post-retirement job.
Come on, bomb.
That's why I know about it.
Yeah. Well done. Look at that. We're dropping nuggets. Another one.
Yeah.
You dropped a nugget.
You want to change your records? It's the Board of Corrections
Yeah.
at Andrews.
At Andrews. Look
Don't
at that.
forget it.
Yeah.
Get
change
after
those
it.
records, man, and get those
Yes.
VA benefits. But we got there. You know what I mean?
we got there.
And so when you say, and so then, you start to show up as who you are. And it was hard. It was not easy to go from one day, someone would say to me, "What'd you do this weekend?" And I say, nothing. And I knew I'd had a whole party. I was out having a good time. To what did you do this weekend? And I'm like, well, I was, out here and doing this and doing that. And then you bring pictures of your family. Like, it was a really hard transition. I wasn't comfortable out the gate, but then I became, and this is when I found my voice. Because I started talking, and I was already doing things.
Yeah.
But man, when I could be me and show up as me, oh man, the sky's the limit. And that's what we know, is that when our airmen
It's
show
like
up,
you unlock something in your mind.
come on. When our airmen show up authentically, look at us. There's a Air Force gaming community. Do you see what I'm talking
I
about?
told you I was a pro gamer,
I know,
right?
you said
know how
that.
happy that makes me?
And this is what I'm saying. And that we need them to show up authentically with their hair, with who they are. And we are going to always win when that's the case.
You know why that's important? Well, besides learning communication, teamwork, the mental game, strategy, besides all that, it's showing people who aren't in the military that they can still have a life in the military.
In the military,
because they don't know that. They're making assumptions.
Yeah.
But when they see that,
oh my gosh,
I can still be me and join.
It's huge.
And I want people to understand how big important that is.
Huge. It was huge. I remember when this came out, we didn't understand it. We were like, Air Force gaming.
I understood it.
I bet you did. Listen.
I was jealous as hell. Are you kidding me?
What are you talking about? You can be in the Air Force and play games? Like, listen, there's a whole thing. This is a movement, and we're getting on board because we're that smart. We're that smart.
Gaming is one of the best common grounds.
Oh my gosh.
You could ever have. I've had people who had nothing in common with. Matter of fact, I got on their damn nerves. But I was so good at Halo, they loved me. We love each other.
That's what I'm saying.
Because we had that common ground.
This is how we're going to heal, right? Not just in the force, but as a nation. We're going to heal because this is what inclusion is. Do you understand? This is inclusivity.
It's beautiful. You feel the love, right? This
is inclusivity.
Yeah.
This is saying, I see you, what you like to do, and what you enjoy, and I'm going to bring it into the fold.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring it into the fold. Diversity is the differences, and we got that, but inclusion is bringing that together and opening that door for you to have a space and everybody in here to have a space where we're united. Yeah. Man, that's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
It's beautiful, and that's
where
how
growth happens.
Man, every day.
I've been on teams where and it comes down to trust. It really does. That's the foundation to all this.
Absolutely.
And when you don't have that, you're operating at 50% or lower. No one's growing.
That's it.
Everyone's just trying to duck their head down, shut up and color and get by.
And we're just trying to get it. There it is. Get by. Just trying to make it, right? And that's no fun because you burn out.
Yeah, and it's not effective.
Right.
These are the people who know all the problems and they don't feel confident enough to change it.
Yeah.
Because they're not hurt.
There it is.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you have the environment of trust,
yeah,
the sky is the limit. You unlock your brain. The ideas start flowing.
Yeah.
I feel comfortable sharing my ideas with you. I might not have the best idea, but the collaborative talking, we will find the best idea.
Absolutely.
But you got to have that trust.
Yeah. And people have to feel comfortable.
Be inclusive.
That's right. They have to feel comfortable coming to the table with their idea that may be a little outlandish. It may be different and not feel like they're going to be ostracized for it. Right. And that's trust all day, Josh. You got it. I love it.
So when you could be more authentic, I want to know what that unlocked in you.
Man, so first, I was already the type of person that jumped after new things. So I started, when I joined the Air Force, I was mission accountability, and that was unheard of to put an airman in accountability. And so I walked in going, I'm different. Yeah, I'm different. You see what I did there?
I'm different. Yeah, I'm different.
I'm different. Yeah, I'm different.
I love that.
Yeah, I walked in like that. And then, but I also was just trying to, stay in and just keep my head down, do the job. But, there was something bubbling up. There were these things, and people would see you, and these things are bubbling. And then I got to Tyndall Air Force Base, actually. And I knew I wanted to do something else. And I was like, oh man, I applied to be a door manager. And they were like, no, we can't let you go out the career field. And I got to an impasse, and I didn't know if I was going to stay in the military or not. I wasn't sure. It was about 10 years, and I was like, listen, I want to do something different.
Hard part.
No,
that
man.
10-year mark.
Oof.
It was
either
choice.
stay or go. It was stay or go right then.
Yeah.
And I remember I took leave. I took time off of work, and I was like, I need to make a decision. So if I'm going to finish my degree, do this, do that, so I can walk away. And the senior at the time called me at home, and he said, Sergeant Montgomery, I know you want to do something different. Like this, I was vocal about it. I need to do something different.
Yeah.
And he said, you can be the squadron resource advisor. And I said, what is a resource advisor? And he was like, you'll deal with the squadron's money. And I said, that sounds good. I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll become the resource advisor. I was a staff sergeant resource advisor on a base where every other resource advisor was a senior CO. And so here I go walking in, and all I knew was become the best, right?
Yeah.
Like my commander told me, he said, only thing I need you to do is know everything about money, that the government's money. And I said, okay. And I went and learned everything about the government's money. I started networking, meeting people. And I was like, wow, this is right at 10 years. Don't Ask, Don't Tell's being repealed. Like, I'm like, woof. I'm starting to feel myself a little bit, right? I'm starting to feel good. I'm starting to feel comfortable.
Yeah.
And I stayed. But I knew I couldn't do that job long term, right? It was just and I put in to be an ALS instructor in Italy. And that's
But the beautiful thing about stuff like that is it's a stepping stone.
Man.
It goes on your resume. Right? So like when you do go for something else, you got that experience.
Say yes to these jobs, y'all, because it does exactly what you're saying, right? You walk away and your resume looks like, look, you're valued out there.
Yeah.
You're valued out there.
Yes.
So it was the ALS instructor position though for me
And that probably changed your life.
Oh my gosh.
That had to be a beautiful
That was
thing.
it. They put me in that classroom with that stuff.
Wow,
with that professional military education, and I was selling it, man. You hear me? I loved it.
I can't even imagine how many lives you've changed.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
That's your calling.
And that's what I found. I found my purpose. I found my calling.
Yes, teaching, inspiring.
Yes.
That's who you are.
Oh, thank you.
So they put you in the Air Force.
Man, they just got bam, that's for her.
The Air Force is like, we're missing something. And they were just like,
Sprinkle.
They just sprinkled you on, and
yes.
I can't even
fathom. We went there. It was the
impact that you had to have had.
Highlight of my career. I ran into some of my airmen in here, and they were like, Sergeant Montgomery, like, you retiring? Like, and I'm like, what? Like, and you don't even, it's not always about the names. You might not always remember the name, man, but it's how you made them feel.
It's how you made them feel.
And how you made them feel.
They remember you.
Oh man, it's beautiful. I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
So, you talked about ALS instructor. That has a lot to do with purpose, which is something that we have to hit on.
Yes, we do.
Purpose, once you've had it, once you've tasted it, once you've felt it, your life will never be the same again.
You can't go backwards.
You can't go backwards.
Once you know, you can't not know. You can't
That's actually why I'm going to retire myself.
Yeah.
I felt the purpose. I felt it in honor guard.
Yes.
I had purpose from. I didn't even know it was happening.
There
I can reflect and I know now.
Oh, I like it.
There was the airmen, the mentorship.
Yeah.
There was the funerals. There was doing a service that most people could not do. And being there for a family in their darkest hour.
Yeah.
And feeling that pride. Once I was put back into a situation where I just manage Excels and PowerPoints, just given my position, I feel like I'm operating at about a 30%.
Oh.
And I'm fixing to retire so I can hit that 110%.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you though. Like, I know you're the host, but let me host you. So like, let me ask you something though.
Okay.
You said I feel like I'm operating at 30%, but is this your thing? Because you are good at it.
I want to stick with this, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this is new. This is a new concept.
Really? Okay.
This has never happened before.
Okay.
Todd Simmons, he made this miracle happen.
Yeah.
Allowing us to get to know you guys
Yeah.
on a personal, deep level.
Yeah.
Which, in my opinion, has changed lives.
Yes.
These not just me, but all the influencers here.
Right.
Because they're bringing everyone together and finding that common ground.
Absolutely.
And that's my form of gratitude. And I never knew that.
Come on.
I always thought that I was like something wrong with me because I didn't know what gratitude was to me.
Yeah.
I was like, is it thinking about people? Is it saying thank you?
This is deep.
I didn't feel it. I didn't know what it was. It wasn't until I started highlighting other people.
Beautiful.
Getting to know the real them, what makes them unique.
Yeah.
And what they bring to the table.
Right.
And not just that, but showing the world and letting them be proud of you.
Yeah.
Because they're even seeing a different side of you.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
For sure.
They might be hearing stories that no one's heard.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah. I'm keeping it real
and
with
that's
you
how
all
I
right
say,
now, you know?
That's how I say thank you.
Yeah, I love it.
That fills my heart with love when I see that.
I love it. You know, gratitude to save your life. Literally. The science behind it. Yeah. You know, because what it does is it fills your body. First off, it fills you with positive energy, right? And it's the combat. Positive energy is to combat to negativity bias, which is the thing where we spiral down. Positive feelings make you spiral up. This is why you feel good when you're doing what you're doing, because it's gratitude. You're extending it from your internal self. Okay, we don't have to go there, but check me out, MishonMontgomery.com. It's whatever. But like, check me out. You know, but the purpose.
Once you have it, you can never go back.
You can't go backwards.
I want to hear your thoughts on purpose.
Yeah,
though.
but you can't go back. First off, live in it. And if you don't know what your purpose is, that's okay. Don't beat yourself up, because a lot of people, unfortunately, don't get to it. They don't. You know what?
Can I say something in the camera real quick?
I want please come to the camera. Come on over.
I sucked at everything my entire life.
Come on now.
I actually remember being at a job fair at my high school, filling out a survey, and the lady literally telling me she can't help me.
Look at that.
I thought I was just floating through life. I had no purpose, and I was scared to try new things. And that's why that right there, that fear of the unknown is why it took me so long to find my purpose. But let me tell you, it's trial and error.
Yeah, all day.
It's getting out of your comfort zone. You're not going to know what you like until you realize what you don't like. Once you realize what you don't like, you're going to start realizing what you like.
Yeah.
You're going to get good at things.
You got it.
Once that happens, you're going to be unstoppable. And eventually, you would have gotten out of your comfort zone so many times, you will have the answer and not even realize it. And then you're going to reflect and say, oh my God, I'm living my purpose now. But it starts with getting out of your comfort zone. You have to do that.
Yeah,
it's
I love
trial
to speak
and error.
to him, man. Tell him.
I'm passionate about it because it took me almost dying and being in the military for 10 plus years until I made that switch. I held back for 10 years.
Look at that. Look at that.
Fear.
And fear. Fear is the word, right? Fear. Let's look at that word. Because we're acronymies in the military, right? Fear. Forget everything and run, or face everything and rise. Right? Like
Got him.
Forget everything and run, or face everything and rise. I challenge you, face everything and rise, right? Don't be afraid of things, trying new things. Somebody tells you no, no stands for next opportunity. Thank you. I say thank you to the no's. When somebody says no, thank you, I appreciate it. It just means it's another opportunity that's coming the way. So I'm waiting for the next one. The thing is, we have to look at life as this is all an experience.
Yeah.
We are here to have fun. So the purpose aspect of things, when you get it and you've got it, you start living in it.
Yes.
And when you're living in your purpose, this stuff has been written, purpose-driven life, living in your purpose, live your day. All this stuff they're writing about it, and the reason that they are is because they recognize when people live a purposeful life, they live a happier life, they live a more successful life. More productivity. There means there's going to be less crime. Do you see? There's going to be less death. There's going to be less suicidal, less depression, less anxiety.
You got to think about that big picture.
Big picture.
Yeah.
If you find out what it is that motivates and inspires you, so you've got to go, and you can do that work. If you don't know yet, you're like, I don't know what my purpose is. There's a way to start working towards that. And Josh hit it right. You got to go out there and say yes, folks. When somebody asks you to do something that maybe you're like, I've never done that, I don't know. I'm walking one day. Let me give you the story. I'm walking one day. And I'm out at Lake Las Vegas. So I'm out at Nellis in Las Vegas, Nevada. And we got a lake. It's only like one lake. But anyway, it's hot.
There's one lake and it's man-made.
And it's hot. But I'm out there and I see some people doing dragon boat racing. Do you guys know what dragon boat racing? Have no idea. You know the big boat with like a bunch of people in it and they got the drums. Boom, boom, boom.
Unfortunately.
I want that little box, man.
You want this thing? I got two of them because my other one broke.
Yeah. I need this in my life.
I know, right?
I need to sit at home and do stuff like this.
You could program these to play any sound. Yeah, I haven't done that yet. This is what it came with.
Yeah.
So Mishon, I want to make sure I'm pronouncing that right. And the reason I know people call you Mishon is from freaking Walking Dead.
Walking Dead, of course.
And when I see Mishon, I'm thinking Mishon. I'm thinking samurai swords. I'm thinking.
You're thinking right though, brother.
Like I feel like internally that is you.
It is me. I channeled her. I told my mom. I said, "We got it. We were so close. We were so close." You know, Mishon. But I take it when people say it. I go, "Yeah, I can channel that. That's who I am internally for real." And feel like I walk around with a samurai sword on. So
hell
awesome.
Yeah.
But it's Mishon. And you know what? We're gonna that person too has a samurai sword, so it's good.
Yeah, you're still killing it.
Come on, man.
You're still killing it.
I'm trying to, brother. Thank you.
But okay, Mishon. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Love the name, Mishon Montgomery.
That's right.
You know, it sounds like a politician's name.
Oh, well, it's like you know me.
I feel like I've known you my whole life.
I feel like I've known you too. I feel like you know that that's where we're headed. Absolutely, 100%. So we might as well talk about it at some point during this.
Well, we are
podcast.
going to talk about it. But hey, Sergeant Montgomery, soon to be retired Master Sergeant Montgomery. First of all, congratulations.
Thanks, sir. Thanks, sir.
You've made it. I know it wasn't easy. Yeah. I know you had ups. I know you had downs.
Yeah.
Anyone who retires has my respect, straight up.
Yeah, thank you.
I don't care who it is.
Thank you.
Because like I'm at 18 years in.
Look at you. Look at you, man. Come on.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But it's tough in different ways.
Yeah.
You know, different ranks come with different stressors.
Different responsibilities.
Absolutely.
Yeah, different responsibilities.
And then a lot of the things you want to do, you don't often get to do because you wait so long.
Yeah.
And you know what comes with responsibility? It takes your time.
It does.
And your time for you gets divided and then divided and then divided.
Yeah.
The higher you go, the more divided your time is for other people.
That's right. It is true.
And that's why I tell college kids, like, I always saw master sergeants in college classes when I was an airman, and I said, that'll never be me. What are they waiting for?
Right.
What's wrong with that?
And then what happened?
I'm a master sergeant working on my degree.
You go.
Yo,
so what was
me.
wrong with them? What was wrong with them? What did they wait for? Come on, talk about it.
They divided their time. They waited, not realizing, the same as me, that time was going to be taken away because of responsibility, because of the nature of the beast.
Well, look, let's get into it, right? The United States Air Force, first off, and the military as a whole, when you jump in this thing, nobody tells you that, hey, when you put on certain ranks, you become not just the rank. You're not just a staff sergeant. You're just not just a tech sergeant. You're not just a master sergeant. You're a counselor. You're a mentor. You're a financial advisor. You become a mother, a father, a brother, a sister. You become a car salesman. You become everything. Yeah. And they didn't put that in the fine print, did they? They didn't say to you, this is the role you're taking on. And so now you're like, I'll come in with my plan. And then we're like, no, but your plan is the people. Your plan is the airmen. And so now you're like, well, how do I do this? How do I do that? And that's where it starts to get a little tricky. But I promise you it can be done. It can be done. And I'm here to tell you a little bit about it being done, because when you look out here at this symposium, there's people doing it. And there's a way to do it even when you're a younger airman. That's for sure.
I wish I would have believed that when I was a younger airman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't think I was worthy to be heard, to be seen.
Why?
I mean, that's probably an episode in itself.
Mishon Montgomery, life coach. Talk to me.
How much time you got? You trying to make me cry right now?
No, we don't have to get there, but in our first session, we will.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, you're a friend for life, so you're going to help me.
You're going to help me. I appreciate it.
But I did have trauma, and I did have, I was drinking a lot, and I was isolated, and I did go through all that.
Yeah.
Because I did not have those coping skills. So, yeah, I just wish it would have clicked for me. And that's what we do as like senior NCOs.
Yeah.
We're trying to make the light bulb go off sooner for them.
Right.
Because we had so much time to reflect. We had so much time to know what the wins were, what the losses were, and what we could have done different. And we're trying to make the light bulb go off a little bit quicker for them, right?
Yeah. Young airmen, listen, we're not telling you this because we're weirdos. We're telling you this because we already went through it. And you know, it's crazy, right? Your parents say that to you. Like, I'm trying to help you so you don't repeat what I did. I want you to be better than what I did. But the thing about the Air Force that's so great right now, right, we're going through a monumental change.
Really?
Well, think about it. I mean, listen, we're talking about people being themselves. I came in under Don't Ask, Don't Tell, right?
Yeah.
Come on, let's talk. You want to talk? Let's do it.
I want to talk about that. I'm actually, now that I've been in so long, and now that I've Don't Ask, Don't Tell's gone, and I've met so many gay friends.
Yeah.
Trans friends.
Yeah.
That I've made, and knowing the pain of hiding that, who they are. And then like me struggling myself with like who I am.
Right.
That doesn't hold a flame to someone who's hiding their sexual identity and orientation, right?
Yeah.
So like I know how it feels a little bit. So I have so much empathy for anyone who had to feel it on that scale. Yeah, well
let's be true though. Let's be honest, because I want to make sure that this is clear. Everybody goes through. And so I don't want you to belittle what you went through, because the reality is we're all going through something. And anybody who's struggling to figure out who they are or be true to themselves, that's always going to be difficult, right? So don't take away from yourself. But I will say that it was a unique journey, right? It was a unique journey to come into a force where you knew you couldn't be yourself. I was thinking about this, so the pending retirement and having the retirement ceremony, I thought to myself, gosh, Mishon, you joined and you knew who you were, but you did it anyway. And I was like, wow, why did I do that? Why did I do that? But it was, sense of service. I wanted to do something that was greater than me. And so I was willing to put me to the side, in a sense, to join this thing and be a part of it. And I always believed, I don't know why. Okay, I'm going to tell you the truth. I don't know why. I thought, we'd get that right. We'd write that. I really did. Something in me.
I believed in stuff like crazy stuff too. Yeah, I know that feeling.
We'll write this thing, because it doesn't make sense. How could that stand? And eventually we did, right? We got it right. And the thing was, but I came in under a time when it was like, don't be who you are. So when I say the Air Force is going through a monumental change, think about all the things that we now have. And I joined in 20 years ago in 4 and 20 years ago, man. And
I'm right there with you.
Now, you can walk around and be who you are. I can get a 0 on the side from a haircut. And we're making strides. Some of them, we want them to be faster. I know guys want the beards and all that stuff, but we are having these conversations. And even when we talk about, what are the 3 things we don't talk about? Race, religion, politics, right? We were like, that's how we keep good order and discipline.
Yeah, I remember that.
But now, guess what happened, right? Chief Wright came through. Former Chief Master in the Air Force said, hey, start having these conversations. And everybody was like, what? And now we can do this thing? Okay. But they also were like, how? How do we do that? How do we talk about something that we were told not to talk about for all this time? Yeah. That's a huge change, man. That's a huge cultural shift. And we're steady moving in some directions to open doors, to have beautiful conversations that we need to be having. And they're only going to bring our force closer together. I guarantee it.
I want to ask you this right now.
Ask me this right now.
Why did it change?
Well, first off, this is a great question. Why did Chief Wright say have these conversations? First off, he's here. Why did he say?
Let's get K right over here. That's my boy. Love that dude.
Why did he say have these conversations?
Would do anything for that dude.
Yeah. Why did him and General Goldfein sit there and say, talk about this? I think we recognize, and I won't say think, I'll say we know and we recognize we had airmen hurting in the midst of something globally going. We had people who were going, hey, I go to bases and sometimes I can't get an apartment. And we weren't talking about that stuff. I go to a base because I'm a black female, or I'm a black male and I can't get a place to stay. And we weren't doing anything about it. And I won't say weren't, maybe a leader like yourself or another leader, but it wasn't being up-channeled that these things were happening to people. So unfortunately, when George Floyd was murdered, and it opened up our space to have a conversation and say, hey, what are you feeling about this? Because you have black male airmen driving home that are scared. And we're not saying anything.
We're pretending like it doesn't exist.
Like it doesn't exist. And the uniform, in many cases is a protector. I have it on.
Chief Wright talked about that.
Yeah, it's a protector, right? So if I have it on, I'm safe and nobody's going to do something to me or harm me. But guess what? I don't wear it all day. So I still go through something. And I'm not telling you I'm going through it, sir. So when I come in here and I'm disgruntled or I'm upset or I'm having a bad day and you go, it's okay. Get over it, man. Sure. You can't get over that because you can't take it off. I got to wear it every day. I got to be this thing. So when I say be who you are, I got to show up every day as this. And it's getting, I'm out there in the world and I'm getting told I can't get a home or I'm getting pulled over. I'm getting pulled out of my car. This is stuff we have to talk about so our airmen can show up and be who they are and do the job and get the mission done. But we can't ask them to do that. And then internally, they're hurting. We got to dig deep. Okay?
And I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I was unaware of the level of hurt until we started having the conversation.
Yeah.
Once we started having the conversation, it just opened up my eyes.
Yeah.
It opened up my eyes. I saw everything differently.
Beautiful.
From that point on.
Yeah.
My empathy, my understanding.
Yeah.
My purpose, what I need to do to protect my airmen, to protect just as a human being.
Yeah.
This goes beyond the service.
Yeah, it does. And, wait, let's stay right there for a second. It does, doesn't it?
It
goes beyond the surface, and this is human kindness. And if we can get this, and we can start getting people to understand that this is, we're having these conversations here in the Air Force, man, this is the world. We have to start to heal, and there's a way that we have to do that. Experience, education, exposure. We have to go out and we have to meet new people, have new experiences. We got to shake the hand of somebody we've never met before and say, tell me about your life. Tell me your story. We've got to listen. So we've got to open our hearts up to be kind and start healing as a nation, not just in the military, but all around. Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Come on, man.
Oh, man. You're fire.
Oh,
you're amazing.
I'm just hanging out.
Why are you not like staying in? We need you.
Oh, you know.
Why don't leave?
Don't go. Oh no, I already dropped the paperwork and the AFPC said yes.
And you already got that cool haircut too.
Look, so I had my retirement ceremony Friday. I am in San Antonio to hang out with my friends. That is all. So one of my dearest friends, my sister, she has a niece and she's here working the symposium, and we run into this wonderful gentleman last night, and he's like, come talk about it. And I'm like, okay. But I did get my cool haircut already. I was so prepared. I did it during this. I did the ceremony, and then right afterwards, my barber was there. He came into the back, cut it, and then we had the party afterwards.
That's amazing.
Come on, man. It was the ceremony of ceremonies, brother.
I love that. And I love that you're a master sergeant and you had one. Because, like, I see a lot of master sergeants, like, forego it.
Oh, yeah.
And that we shouldn't do that.
No, have
you know
the
what
ceremony,
I mean?
man.
Yeah. We got to have that closure.
Yeah.
And
it felt good. It felt real good.
So I want you to be honest. What were you thinking of me when you first met me last night? Because we literally just met last night.
Last night.
Yeah. What was on your mind when you see this crazy guy just approach you?
Okay.
What were you thinking?
Well, first off, I love your hair, so let's go there.
Hell yeah,
hair is cool, and that's the thing.
Go.
So let's go, right? And I'm all about that. Yeah.
You hear?
Thank you.
The crowd loves it.
Yes,
they love it.
I love a good haircut, man. So first, I was thinking, who's cutting your hair? Because they deserve all the tips in the world.
It's
well
the
done.
Eglin Barbershop.
Oh wow!
And I'm friends with all of them. I did a whole video on them.
Beautiful.
Got to know everyone in there.
Bomb.
Yeah.
So great haircut is what I thought first, but I didn't think you were active duty. So.